democracy to its fullest. So it wouldn't be a very strange thing to see two or more people competing to become political parties where positions are ring-fenced. We are different from other political parties where this country have owners. FDC has their owners and its collective ownership. And the beauty about this contest is there is friendship portrayed to our people. And I would like to inform, the second one is where agreeing. So there is consensus building. And, party elders coming and saying, look here, we are not going to allow you to compete. And if there is an agreement between the two or more candidates, then that happens. Mm-hmm. But in case at that, which is the pinnacle body in the FDC, it's the most important and influential body or organ of our party, an election will to go to the National Delegates Conference. Mm. The other positions can be determined at the lower conferences. And those are all spelled out in our constitution. And this is an exercise on the people of Agago to participate in this exercise. Come to your party. We find our colleagues in the opposition and are tribal parties. Some of them are clan parties. Some that are lucky are regional parties. Speak for the people of Acholi is because Acholi is the only ethnic community that has suffered most under Acholi was infested with disease was imposed on them on account of the war that was, to the extent that they are among the poorest in this country. From East Acholi, close to places like Adilang, close to the bordering areas, they were taken away from here, while the regime in power Acholi should be woken up to know Acholi is not being compensated. Strangers coming into Acholi to own land. That is a pain that we will not allow in communal grazing land. After taking away the cows belonging to Acholi, duty. People, a party that enjoyed support in Acholi, are not going to spare single effort in working with our leaders in Acholi, building capacity among the leaders, building capacity among the people. By the way, Acholi is a that has broken the record. Nowhere have we found this disease called camps in the middle of the war, where men and women, but this happened here in Acholi. Men, and I think that psychologically, Acholi needs to be treated. And the reason we have continued to a certain extent through Bugisu, where my brother comes from, among my uncles and aunts, and across these regions, together with Karamoja, are mapped out as the poorest part of this country. Need to come together and say enough. One, the campaign of no cow, no vote. That landed us in jail. We have a case to answer according to the courts of law. We are going back to court on 2019 Soroti. But I want to say to the people of Acholi, we are going to take this campaign to Lango and Kigezi are treated the same way the people of Toro and of Bunyoro are treated. Today, things like education, be it in terms of job opportunities, be it in terms of, even cases of people, that the FDC would like to close that gap and make people in this country feel like first-class citizens of this country.
Action and a lot of division going on.
For different reasons.
But for the first time, people have been getting out and forming their own party. There seems to be a lot of...
prominent leader of the FDC. The moment there was a... she decided in anger during the time when Dr. Kiza had a federal alliance, which party is known today in this country and properly registered. Daylight counted while everybody was watching, and they didn't believe that they were defeated from a new organization called the Alliance for National Transformation. Okay. The two parties, the Uganda Federal Alliance, have a level. The Alliance for National Transformation of Mugisha Muntu and Alaso failed to even get a single member. People's Front for Freedom, also formed out of bad blood. You know, Lukwago wanting to be the leader of the... He doesn't know the direction to Agago anyway. How would he come and convince delegates in Agago? And then he never participated in growing, that he never participated in its formation. And so, in the people of Kalongo, the people of Odek, it's they feel, you know, there are two grassroots, and it is to the grassroots coming to talk to the people. Now, why hasn't the FDC died despite all that? It is because we have a solid base. We are not just to run its business at the grassroots. We have a network up to the villages. In whatever reason, will never die. It is going. After us, we will have a new set of leaders coming in a few years. Founders will continue to advise. Nothing is going to kill this party. Not even though we have felt the pain of our party splitting. By the way, early hours of the morning, thinking about it was like saying, no, rest in peace, FDC. And we said to him, you are joking. Nandal and myself said, the party is not going to die. Least of all, killed by you. It won't. And so we filled with it. So that suffering, we've been in the trenches, by the way. Years together. Our friendship didn't start yesterday. Our fight for the more to protect than to gain in, you know, fighting each other. So I want to, we are moving together in the same vehicle. We are drinking from the same cup. And, you know, talking tough against each other when it comes to the campaigns. Not because we're a foundation for this party.
So on record, you either of you, for one reason, you stick into the party.
One of us is going to not only be the flag bearer, but the next president of this country. And so Ugandans, the people of Acholi, have to be prepared for a new leadership. A transition from Museveni to the next generation of leaders. We hope that Museveni and his people will, you know, accept to give power to us, speak for himself. Should my brother be selected, I will definitely support him. I will run around the country because that flag bearer is not going to be a flag bearer is going to carry the values of the FDC, our dreams, our aspirations that we are going to be bringing out to Ugandans for 2026 to 2031.
All right, with that case,
I didn't know you were
Time is even finished.
All right, afford to check. Martin Free Studio Kian Freeman Janogora. Watiki Lodiero Mi Party FDC Studio Botokan, you know when you love my flag bearer, Academy Bear, Machado President, Meno Ipi, Matika Birani. So,
thank you so much, my brother. You said Freeman.
Yes, Freeman.
As my brother Paul said, if I lose, and I also mean it. And for me, this is not my fault. In 2012, I stood for FDC presidency, and you recall I stood with General Muntu. I have ever lost, and I've never left. This party FDC is built on people's me with a problem, you remove me. Because I am just a poor or me. We bring a lot of experiences and knowledge in this country before going to Parliament. I was a civil servant up the rank of a commander, and I've remained an international consultant. I consult for World Bank, for IMF, for national security.
Okay.
Now, on the issue of is losing members, I don't think, there are members who come who are members who are committed. We have known each other for over 30 years, and I can tell you during the reform, our friend, and nobody for Dr. Jessica KB. Why are you supporting? He said, no, we can't accept the wrong people. And we almost fought. We're supporting the same people. He's now the one who went to support one of the guys who was in power at that time and was that President Museveni gives way because 40 years on his case. So it's time because there's time for everything. And where if you younger men and women don't support you, trust people who are still in your age bracket, or it's dangerous for you to entrust a nation with people who are in evening time.
Honorable, for a long time now, because we have seen you guys reject the outcomes of the election a number of times. Not why do you bother?
You see, the ground is not leveled. You have your shamba of potatoes is for all of us. Nobody made an application to be born in Uganda. When you go to school, you get the same education, whichever part of the country. When you go to hospital, either you're for education should be for everybody. That's why you had my brother Fungaro saying, I met Fungaro came from West Nairobi. He came from Agago in Acholi. I left Mbale. We need a country which is a unified country, not for a few individuals, very few. But if you go for primary, you'll see the best schools are coming from one region. The East were at the big disadvantage. East and North, if we don't get up and speak in one voice, we are here in problems. In 2006, we supported Dr. Biesige. In 2001, we supported Dr. Biesige. In 2011, we supported him. In 2016, we supported him. It's in 2021, when he never stood, are equal. The economy should perform for all of us, not a few individuals. When we are not at dead and breathing, we should keep struggling. And that's why you see us today here. It pays up to President, so that we change. And the change does not come from top, it comes from down. If all else, with NRM, we have given them opportunity for 40 years. It is important to have a small change. For only 5 years, and see deep school fees. They are going to money lenders left and right. They have lost property, land. That wasn't happening. If me, and Poa and Fungaro district, the local administration, Sister Choli and West Choli Cooperative. The ones where farmers used to take their cotton and get the money to take their children to school. So if he's about to run mad, but he's only thinking about law that alternative. Good performer here. I don't know why you threw her out.
Honorable, you see, majority of people in this region supported the FDC for, I think, especially in this district, but drastically it changed. I think even the influential FDC figures themselves.
Still somebody that he has not performed when you have not given him an opportunity, a whole to go and do it. So if they arrest you tomorrow with a Kaunda suit, don't say it was somewhere here. When we wanted to cross here to go to Karongo, that's where we're going to sleep. They told us, don't. The army which was there was the one telling us. That shows they knew everything which was taking place. The goats and Nairobi, and I think it was Nairobi, where our people were in camps here for 20 years. Working, but you're still in the camp. Your life has not changed. It is what we're saying, can we work together to change it? Danger. Let him be there. He may not make a change for you, which you want to see, but he's talking for you on your voice. The moment there's nobody talking for you, and that's why we come here and say, we have our sister Franca, very eloquent girl. I also like to call her a girl. And we say, if you give us that opportunity, you will see the desired change you want. So what they have done is to correct the mistakes and build bridges. We want a country for everybody. There are people who need more than 1 million. There are people who need less than 1 million. And the taxpayer is you. If I drink this mineral water you have just given me, it has tax. If I drink a soda, 1,600 tax. If I put soap here in my head, that bar has 1,800. So whenever you drink a tea or coffee, you're paying tax. Drink water, pay. So that's the money they collect. We have 4-wheel cars you can't cross. What about those who have 2 wheels, who have 1 wheel? That means, and it's a central road government. Why shouldn't the road be fixed? I said every part in this district, in districts in Uganda, are supplied with power. There are districts which don't have electricity. Talking. You have had an opportunity to talk. You have not performed. Where you have performed, we give credit. Where you have failed, we also give you credit for failing. But then allow others to come and push it ahead. We come to do corrections and move this country ahead. That's our main interest. And that's why we're calling on the people of Agago that please. If somebody crosses to another party, that's the person who has crossed. Going, is he crying or is he what? So don't take people as the same. If there are some who have.
Lastly, Honorable, you admit that the ground is not level.
That's true. You know, Idamini said, if you have a problem with the players, the kick you make, it must cut the net and go the other side. If all people of Uganda got up, whereby they come and buy our agents and live, there are people and they run away. But there are places where they have tried to intimidate people and so that we can run away. The united force, I can tell you, nobody can beat us. I have a personate in Parliament in 2001. If I went to stand again as an MP for Daddy West, it's time for me to move up. But in 2011, I stood with the Minister of Presidency. There were guns there, there were 100 votes. I got over 40,000 votes because Wananchi spoke that we need change. It will be there. Nobody should tell you change will be put on a silver plate. Change, you should fight for it. And they know the situation is bad. It means there is only remaining a small of Museum 7 is at its weakest because everybody. We are not here to come and prosecute people. We are saying, no, you get off the saying the past, we need to move on.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to pori win chibano voice note bakamiki, no message bakamiki SMS, and numbers agua rio. Yes,
free. Free sound knock. Kind of. Cái kẹt mà nó cái sound pe cái gì đó.
Bor ci la ngana bor biero ngana biera bor wajni ameta gono ci ci ye ci dom dere kom ki ten ci ma be okay
Prega bana go dal matero be da dei poco io sì e poco vai me polo che da me mio e vai io qui dai
lo pangama ko yo ci
no kuni chama di logo vordi ko qua le pe io be da tu ma ni vordi ko qua no
aberne ki bi dwa bare
e yo
okay bano ngato kane ci ki na wala biera boram ti bene ki nota biera bi wen biera cena bicel kedo so ngar ki dwak ti leba chuli ngeni no kergi ngo timme ye kangi buto ta ki dwako hello
winyo mana na so deme plene winyo da bit lele sta pero me ampi pero kallo pero me ro ada me do kong da no blok ka ta pero
okay
pero lo ko ko wan ko yo ti me allora con noi io andare no ya per mia la
hello oro nyemego bano ngato kame hello man fu jori na dit
eto ana kala majala pe borgi yema yen wan mo ti gilwor ko ni ti amete yen ko ko na ti ya kan de ne kanu la kanu ti tino a yen ti lo ka bi ata pero ala
okay
akiki ma pe bo ya pe me yo pero ya na ti ta men pa
okay
ma ya ni ke yo ya quando olho con più che mandi la pasta non mi ero anche un po' di ya ma è una bella ma non è ma c'è ma non è un po' non dio
ke kon ba ke ni no ko do wo ni ko do Mego beti
Okiro ko kira pa gwere wanga jo ario kano ri jo ger ko gwe ken ki tenene o yo kira ngara kira wa ti ka wo ki kiene no I kono ka ti ko ta ko me kono I klare loro ti ka kenyo wo peluenye ke na rie wo yo Ecco, perché non c'era io.
Kwa joli. O pe ko nyima taminde la penyi.
Non ero per So,
Okay. Gen gi gamu ba. Em kit men ne men no la pen ki gamu gi la pen ni ba ko ne men no ko ti picha man ko don an peti. Alright, daw jedo mo kana matika bieno ni chwana ti ba ko do ni message kan daw patu yar gamu chi mo kana. Wa gamu so me ne ba gamu.
Now, for me, responding to the penny, better made the Keramo. Then you give me a franc cabinet to add on.
Afo matek lu tuwa jamu ba go chim upanyang lok maki lok ma pigi tego enen mago nyara chuli lo nywa gi moy kan peke maga mere ni en foot pe chul no tie kum ka weng waro ene chanen ma wo loko pine FDC te wa jone ga men ba temu gen makil gi kwera ki nona chule en lu chan lo wa tika wo chuni ma chalo FDC ka o min wa ga mate jimi mo bala ya chule wa be nane o dok chen ko ma chen lo nyama mwa ke kwanyo franga guba wa jene kan wa ti mana lo proposition jena pe tek franga ge ai tiari ya chwaran pe walu tela ma chule pe ram don ya chwaran kiri kai chwala kam migi mama chung piritie franke ka ta ti ka men gilogo mire pa kaka choga mano ki chogo ni wero kaka chulu no ki waro e o te ki jone ki wero kai wor ka moy kan pebi no pa ka metu lulu ene bi no ti ya chuli ngo mate ne ki chako timne ene vora pe romo foni ye pe man wa ni jime ene kar chani ka wunyo lok no wan ke ro ngo anyoli me Uganda no watero machalo wan dano maroma ene tinini kipoko idano duata penye kilo tino pa lolonyo ni mano wan ka ne rosas mu dugu pinkan e machalo lo bacholi pe mo apia ngwan gino peke pe man yin wa wati ni oromo.
That is the point.
Fuiti gange kuja e korni nandala yo aki bugisu amori ar aki teso franka aki adilang kilo aki gulu kilo la wabi deno chan kumeno kaka makil wona ruin ki il recon me Uganda pien anywa ene kiti nywar wan nga ki manywa ene weke kar mugi e gay mugi makay tier ye no wadago way kay way il chi kum dago ne yino mete wa woju ne karo do rom o ayu o chiru wan ma chalo ga men pa FDC pa partie kay ne on chaka busoga chan charaj loy wa chana me adeng ma cher chalo ki pogo i Uganda rio be ma chuli mo ti bodro no akuja eno pe wi wa ne kama ki no ye mo don lo mo mi ki kele ye ko pien ga men pe marwa wa ki tero ki way mone ki yoy ki de pi cher ko na bu nyor pini kan bini ya gaw kan o jong nyaro di chen ki de wo eno ni o jong ma moi nyarwa ki ti una tin ma moi lele lukej o chero tio al sabab Sudan e Somalia eno kan pe ki romo tio ko pe ko jomu jong FDC ni wano bi ko waji wan weng ni wa ayu malo wa ribu ching wa wochi ne wa ko de ba kila wore po ba pe anyu yin ma dire ma jo loke ngabe mo loke am lo ko rom pen kan lo ti angi ti ko ni mo no ti wu nyo chana kai wa ko kum ge ana mer wo chuni jon en ka o kan in ali wa ben manyen gen mi nana ni lok ma dugu ma ko lok ma choli management man me me no wa kar man wa legu be win ma be gin ma chin ma mi afo na do chana ma wa lo ne o lo piu ke kenu en wa mi wa ne wa mi afo le den mak mot me beru dano adana this way no ki ne wa yam e wa mi afo wu wa le la chuj o yap chu nyu en o meto bera nyim wek
dok ma chep cha wa ja ka tu mu chi wa na go ri ba to ni do ta
ma pe o jomo pol dan pe go winyo eto afo ke wajo ena yeni ko beri party FDC tika yukulo tela ma bi chung ite party ma poa gen ge kwanyo kar taj me chung me ma ko bandera ka party e me beri president ko beri tika tima wa ko beri jono biro kan so process ni chaka kere cha na pingwa LC1 kit malo ena re megi chi i komberi chawa ni wan watika wani i kar ne maketika wote pier bene tek ni i dok be kitia wani tampa ngoma dan tika wani ne teder ko berni pol dan we opte eto ka koni wa kera laga koni pe wadaka kam ka uno ne dan ko nero ji mu ken matimi lu mu ken ke na sadam gi kar cha mutawe sadam mutawingo kidada ngoro ki ngura eto sadam no ngata ma ko pere anga ma no ngeni al-Bashir gute eto anywele me Sudan choku Gaddafi no ngata twertie bia eto ngomo time Libya ala ko biruti ko be dan jamati ka koto ti an gara ne ye be wan jo mo kan mo ata kitaw ne wan watia jingo ko moye pinko ye ne be ti lo mo pe dan wa wori yo achel keta kitika mira eto no waner ne bier tek ni pe wa mo kitika kwanya ne wa cha ko wa lo pe da ro lok manati on pressure total ko ka kan kanir mo chawa no ka mo chi wa beno kar me lo mo ni umiaro wan machalo lu members of party ma wa miro chung ite party FDC kidong jo mo kana wen
one job Agago. Okay. Let us come back to the two presidential hopefuls.
That kindly support us. We'll make a change which the people of Uganda love. So we'll use all means, laws, force, to answer the power. But I can assure you, it is time up. We don't hate Museveni, we don't hate NRM. We're just saying, please, we have been there. My sister, which has raised my sister Frank and others, we are going to participate. We are following us, me and my brother Power. The is here, as Power said, we have fought for this party to stay alive, and we shall make sure we hand over to the next team when it is alive. And with those remarks, I want to ask God to keep you all well, trust in God, and put God in front of us, but everything will be possible.
Okay. All right. Well, no, the Karachi national mobilizer more Ruben.
They are not Museveni and his people. They are not taking us anywhere. That enough is enough for Museveni's misrule of Uganda in the next general election. If we have one at the end of the day, kindly support any of
the president,
particularly people who have spent their airtime calling many districts that border the Karamoja region. There is few back to camps. I would like you to take this as propaganda. And in fact, it has even intensified even more. And so voting for NRM and Museveni is not the solution to the problem. They have been in power for 40 years. An opportunity in 2026 in this country. We will fight with you to protect the vote. We have got to work together. and their children is complete. Nothing is going to happen. I would like to say it's been a good thing, speaking to you. We are going to come back after we have put in place candidates. Would like to ask, make the FDC your party of choice, because as that has got members of parliament, everyone, leaders across the country. I want to encourage especially the youth. I want to speak to young people out. Nobody should tell you that, you are the leaders of tomorrow. Young people, you are the leaders of today. The FDC offers you religious affiliation according to the size of the person. So the young people of Agago, we have got an institution here. We have a chairman who too is a very, very good leader, and we think to give you information. So enroll, become. I spoke to Professor Latigo, my uncle. I am got something to offer, and I think that he could offer something better than the current MP. So we are talking to all, and we are reaching out to them. We are reaching out to Betia all who had some kind of difference with as the party of choice.
Okay.
Apoyo Mateka Winyua,
The FDC, the youth, the women, the people with the elderly, the disabilities. It is time because the exercise.
FM at the time, Parliament, Key Lodge May Party FDC. Mungkin mau poll, tiga bulan baru, you mete paro, nanti Alfonso doing, doing